2, 1, go!
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome to the 10th episode of the Launch Podcast. Oh yes,
Come on.
The number one theme park podcast in the UK.
In the world, I'd say, almost the world.
Hello guys, just super quickly, I have some brilliant news for you all. The Launch has been shortlisted for a CLAMSHELL Award under the Best Podcast category. So it would mean the world if you head down to a link in the description to go and vote for us, as well as myself, Kieran and Arch Nemesis in several other categories. Link in the description. Enjoy the podcast.
Guess who's back? Arch Nemesis with a brand new track. Yo, Zero G.
Today, as always, I'm joined by your boy Kieran Adams over there.
Hello, hello.
And you may notice he's got a little space missing to him. Luca is not going to be in this episode, but I'm sure he will be returning hopefully in the future. But we're going to crack on regardless today. Don't worry, everything's all good. And yeah.
Oh, we've got too much to talk about. There's a lot. It's been a while. Obviously, the lockdown's hit, so I think that's that's a little excuse. Like we haven't been able to have a guest in, so
we did have big plans for this like November and December, and those plans are still in place. They've just been pushed back, so they're still coming. But
we're rethinking how to do things and adjust with what we've currently been given.
And that kind of plays into today's episode because for the first time, we're going to be getting a guest live broadcasting into the Launch studio. We've got a Fright Nights actor called Alex Blackmore. Absolute legend.
Yeah, legend.
So he's going to be joining us a little bit later on. Very excited to ask him all about Fright Nights and his experience. And
he's had a lot of experience.
Secrets
that
he might be able to tell us.
Yeah.
So yeah, very excited for that. But first of all, we're back in the studio.
Yeah.
We're back on the Launch.
Back here.
What have we been doing? Obviously, Fright Nights was crazy.
Yeah, very crazy. Amazing. Crazy.
Yeah. Before we get into that, we've been on a few other podcasts recently.
We
You
have.
went on Coast to Gen.
Yep, I went on Coast to Gen.
Big shout out to them.
Big up to the boys. And also,
We went on
Coast to Dan.
UK's second best theme park podcast.
Second best emphasis.
Coast to Dan.
Off the tracks live. So
That was a lot of
they
fun.
were both live, so it's pretty new for me and Jack. It was a great laugh. Big up to all the boys.
Especially on the Coast to Dan, they're crazy.
Yeah, it's very, very.
It's high energy.
It's an experience.
It was a lot of fun, and it was my first, at least, podcast experience outside of a Launch. So
it did feel weird not being on the Launch. You got to keep it the Launch.
But we're back now and we're carrying on, especially now with the announcement of the CLAMSHELL Awards.
Yeah, boy, we've conveniently come back. Come on. Nah, it's not like that. But
it's
so
the fourth year of clamshells now, I believe.
Oh yeah. I
think so.
I want to say third.
No, I think it's the fourth.
Fourth.
Oh, I might be wrong.
We keep it real here, I'm going for third. Locked in.
No, it's the fourth.
There's been three. No,
this
mate.
This is the fourth.
Nah.
I'm being really like my ego's pushing this because I know the first year I didn't win anything, and the past 2 years I've won Best Vlogger.
Are you sure the first year didn't?
Yeah, the first year I definitely didn't.
It's the fourth year, guys.
It's the fourth, yeah.
Confirmed.
But yeah, we've got some new categories coming in this year. The funniest.
Yes.
I still haven't nominated anyone. I like to think. I like to take.
I think if you rush in there, you just make rational decisions. You need to just take your time. Have a look at what's going on. Like, there's still time to watch the Launch during the whole nomination. Like, you could still be a newcomer. So you gotta wait. But I really don't know who to go for that.
No, obviously there's a new category as well. Best production.
Best
production.
I reckon, I don't know, mate. Big up Parksville, obviously. I'm trying to do myself dirty here, but I believe that award was written for you.
Literally.
And if you don't get it, I'll be very annoyed. But at the same time, it's a cool new award. Is there another one?
I think there's a few like new ones.
Yeah. It's a cool year. I mean, it's nice to see the clamshell still going on.
And obviously this is the first year where we could be running for a Best Podcast Award.
We are. We are running for it, but
I'm very intrigued
to
see.
On a real, if you haven't already done your nominations for the clamshells, I'm sure the link will be below.
Yeah, down in the description. If I can get this edited, hopefully.
If not, next year, boys, we'll
But
get them.
if we did get nominated, then when this goes out, they can
Yes.
vote for it. If we get
So
nominated.
depending
I don't know.
on when, click the link anyway, and just show interest in the launch. Yeah.
I'll be gassed if I get 3 years in a row at the best vlogger.
Oh yeah, and
That'll
obviously
be
that if
insane.
you still are nominating or voting,
That'll
if
be
you see
sick.
us for anything.
But obviously, at the end of the day,
Also, Archie
it's
Stevens
not
as
the
well.
end of
We've
it.
got to
Yes,
try and
best-
get in best newcomer.
best newcomer and
Yeah.
best small channel. He
But
could.
I think he could fit into a few categories. I'd love to see a music category somehow. I know it's a bit of a
That'd be
niche, but it would be cool to see a music
Well,
category.
talking of awards,
Yes.
have we teased this before?
Yeah, but not
Slightly.
really.
We've got
Yeah.
some cool ideas. January kind of time.
Yeah.
We're aiming for.
Yeah. Mm.
Say no more.
Yeah, I
say
don't
no
want to
more,
talk
but-
about it because I don't like gassing things, but for sure, something cool's coming.
Yeah.
Funny.
But yeah, I mentioned I might not be able to edit this. I've been building a PC.
Yes.
That's something to mention.
Finally. So I made the conversion between Mac and PC a few years ago now, and obviously I have seen the light. And I think over the years I have sort of worn Jack down with my
Yeah.
PC talk, and
Honestly,
he's down.
Back in 2016, 17, I got this beautiful MacBook, and it has done me so well. Like, it's carried me through. What? It has.
He's been working at 20% potential for the last 2
No,
years.
but genuinely, this thing it's one of the best purchases I've ever made. It's got me to this point on YouTube. Literally every video you've watched has pretty much been edited on this thing, but it just does crash nowadays.
Yeah.
I'll be editing the launch, which is a high intensity edit, as you can imagine, with like the green screen and
Well,
everything.
there's no green screen. Whoa.
As
The
with
TV,
with
the
the big
TV,
TV,
TV.
and it just crashes, and I literally have to save every time I do something. So yeah, it will hopefully just be streamlining things with the new PC. I've ordered it. It's just waiting for it to arrive.
Well, by the time this, he might have it now.
This will probably be one of the last videos to ever be edited on this.
Thank God.
That's sad. That's sad.
But yeah, he's making the switch, and
Making the
any of you out there that made the switch, you didn't regret it, did you? No, you didn't.
I think quite a lot of people edit PC. Like
Yeah, it's a big
Post-Abort,
thing. It's a big thing.
Like Park Spill, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he does,
Run
yeah.
PC.
I've recently done some upgrades as well, and I am becoming a PC engineer, I believe. I will
Yeah,
be supervising the build.
You've been very helpful. Very helpful. It's a whole new world to
It's
me,
not
and
even just a PC for
it's
Jack, though, is
crazy.
it? You got the whole shebang.
What do you mean?
Setup.
Oh yeah, I thought it's my 21st birthday. I thought I haven't treated myself and like properly upgraded my setup. I think I'm gonna do a proper setup video
Yeah, that'd be
soon.
sick.
Show off. I've got a new desk.
I
Ooh, it's
love
nice,
watching
it's
setup
nice.
tours.
Um,
I like Coasterbots when he did this little blog one.
on
I
his
like
blog,
that. Yeah, I
lovely,
rate that.
Lovely. So yeah, that's something to mention.
What else have we actually been up to though? So obviously we had Fright Nights. What else have we done?
Everything got cut short.
Did
'cause of
Scarefest. Did
lockdown,
a few
yeah.
horror events.
I feel like now we just jump into the Halloween news,
Yeah,
Halloween chat.
yeah.
Mainly Fright
It's
Nights.
just Fright Nights. Like it's all we
had a
did.
good time at Scarefest. One of the
Yeah.
better years of Scarefest, I'd say.
For sure. Darkest Steps was sick. Well, they're all good mazes, but I just
Really like Toxic Junkyard.
yes.
Big shout out to
Big
Hadley
up, big
on the
up,
tune.
big up. What did we do any other scare? Oh, Creepy Caves, man. You can't go a podcast without mentioning
Oh,
Chesington
yes.
this year. Chesington's event was incredible.
Shout out Chris.
Big up, big up. Nah, but on a real, it was actually a really good scare season,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
really good.
It was really good.
Oh, I feel like you can talk about Creepy Caves more though. Filmed the promo video.
Yes, we
That's
did.
sick.
We did indeed. So that was sick. Obviously, if you have seen it, sick. But basically, myself and Jack filmed the promotional video for Creepy Caves this year. Resurgence.
Yes, Creepy Caves Resurgence.
Had a little twist this year. Had I don't even know how to explain it, but it was kind of reversed.
Well, the whole thing was backwards.
Crazy
and-
amount of energy, like drum and bass,
Oh, that's
lights, and yeah, we just went in there and did a madness. And
Anything we can spill from the shoot day? Like, I can't think of anything like
I didn't get stuck on
substantial that
anything
happened.
this time.
We had like 1-2 hours to do it.
Oh, there was probably
it was
something
chill,
funny.
like
We got to like film our friends going through it as well, which was funny.
nothing
like,
went wrong
so
though, did
funny.
it? Like, nothing.
Probably something funny like did happen, but I just can't remember. I've been stuck in there before when I've been filming Jack, so as long as I'm not getting stuck again. No, I don't think
That was really cool though. We just got to walk through it and kind of like rookie run it, like have a trek.
Oh, genuinely one of my favourite shoots I've done, and I'd love to do more things like that. So yeah,
really cool.
big up to Chessington for that.
Turned out beautifully.
And it was a great maze. Like, I'm not even just
Really
saying
good
that.
maze.
I loved it. I
Very
genuinely
impressive.
would happily have that at Thorpe Park or any of the other Merlin parks, and I'd be gassed. But I don't really know what else to say about Fright Nights. We've said everything we've got to
Fright
say in the
Nights, yeah, you've
videos,
watched
isn't
the
it?
vlogs.
We talked about it a lot.
It was a sick year, considering everything that's going on in the world. They pulled it off. The scare zones were a great addition, and I'd love to see those returning in the future.
Well, yeah, Jack did a video about this. If you haven't already seen it, it is sick.
Oh yes. Scare mazes. We didn't do them much because they were paid, and we said this right from the beginning. We can't afford to just run through them.
But it was
again and
nice
again.
in a way to like spread you'd spread them out over the whole event, so you'd do them like 3 times, and you'd do it at different times. It'd give you something to look forward to, and also it was sick being in a small group. I have to say that is one thing out of the whole thing this year that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like going through Cooper Caves in a 2,
You're
they're
very
going to
much
cater that to you.
exposed
I know
to
it's intense.
everything.
Whereas if you're a family going in as a 2, they might not go as hard on you. It's kind of cool. They can like gauge that.
Yeah.
Um,
Next year,
yeah.
hopefully the price is gone. It's
I
so
hope
hard
so.
to tell.
Or just less, at least less, because I think there was quite a harsh £9.
We want it gone completely.
Oh, for sure. I just want the lichens back. If the lichens are back, I don't really care. That's all I care
You know, I
about.
saw a lot of comments saying like people didn't like them,
Whoa.
which
whoa.
I personally, I don't agree.
no.
I love the lichens.
I'm a lichen at heart. You know, it's part of my desktop background right here is I'm looking at a lichen right now. But yeah, Fright Nights just was sick.
It was really
We've
good.
said so much about it, and I genuinely do believe it's one of the best years of the event I've ever been to.
Love to see the crows returning next year.
Yep, in the Origins maze.
Hopefully in a maze. The crows Origins.
That'd be insane if they're in a maze, and I think surely I think it just would work.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
But in November news, Merlin Pass.
Yeah, we got a new Merlin Discovery Pass. Big up. And we're getting the announcement for the new passes coming soon.
Can't wait.
So I don't know if I'll be making a video on those. They said I can, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, we'll see.
I am excited to see what colour they are. Are
I
they going
hadn't
to stay
even
the
thought
gold
of that.
and blue, or are we going for...
Yeah, because we got the new Discovery, which is kind of...
I like the colour of
Although
that.
that's online only. Will these new ones be online only?
Who knows, but I'm very excited to see what colour the passes are. That's the kind of thing that Kieran likes.
But no, it'll be interesting to see if the perks are the same, if they're not.
Yeah. Oh, bro, you just got me thinking about Call of Duty now. Bro,
We've been playing a lot of COD.
That's what we've been playing. That's
Cold
what we've been
War.
doing. Cold
Pretty
War.
much every evening we're sweating it out.
Well, I don't know. We do have a few slackers that don't come on every night
Oh.
within the group. I'm not going to name and shame, I don't think, but
Archie Stevens.
yeah, he's hanging in
Oh.
there. Hanging in there.
Oh, yes. But the rankings are pretty much the same. Stevens still at the bottom. Then you've got...
Oh, Lee is
Lee.
quite down there,
Yeah.
yeah. Eddie's not.
Eddie's
great.
taken a hit in this
Yeah,
game.
he switched from keyboard to controller to keyboard. He's changing every night, so
But once I get my PC, I'll be taking the top
yeah,
spot. I
that's
think.
another thing.
That's big.
He's gonna be a PC gamer now,
And
so
GTA.
Planet Coaster and GTA, look, he can play properly.
Very exciting times.
GTA. I don't even know what else to say about November. It's been a bit of a.
No.
It's gone quick.
No, moving forwards, Christmas event-wise, we're not going to be able to visit as many as we were hoping we'd be able to.
Blackpool was the big one, wasn't
Blackpool's
it?
going to be a huge one on my birthday.
But with,
It is
it's
what
all
it
good.
is, you know.
We'll be there at some point next year, I believe. So
Yeah, fingers crossed for opening weekend. That'll be...
it's weird, isn't it? You're wishing to be in Blackpool. You can't say it's like it's someone I look forward to, but I do. You know, it's a weird one. But yeah, we've got Chessington still open, I
Yeah.
believe. Adventure Island's doing some things.
Yeah, there's still a few options. and
Towers,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's probably the best closed season lineup we've seen, because you can go to Towers and go and spinball, I think, if you're within the area. And Adventure Island's never been open this late, so
Yeah.
that's sick.
That's very cool.
And
Yeah.
Vampire last ride of the season properly now will be in December.
We thought we had it in, at the end of before
Yeah.
lockdown.
We actually did have the last ride of the year on Vampire, and a lot of the people on the train were really enthusiastic about this, and
very
they
excited.
did shout it. In fact, actually,
Some familiar characters.
yeah.
Say no more.
But that wasn't actually the last ride because they're reopening. So I really wonder how that's going to go down.
Yeah, we might have to go back.
I'm worried that there's going to be outrage.
Oh. So at this point, I think we've pretty much covered everything we need to. And it's time to get our first ever virtual guest onto the launch.
Come on.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Let's give him a call.
Cool.
Pop on our headphones. This is the first for the launch, isn't it? Is he going to answer?
Hello, guys.
Well, hey, there he is.
Whoa.
As I
Hello.
said at the beginning, we're joined by Mr. Alex Blackmore.
Hello, guys.
Big up.
Let's go. He's up there. Hey, hello. We are waving to you now.
Hello.
This is a bit of a test for the launch, to be honest. As I said, it's our first virtual guest. It's our second ever guest. But if this goes well, it'll be good news for like future kind of lockdown podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a test, Alex.
Oh yeah, like the hamsters. Yeah. I
It's
see.
looking great up there. It's looking great. I'm liking that thing on your wall behind you. That's looking nice up there.
yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what colour it is. I can't fully see right now. But
It changes. So
oh yeah,
you're right.
that's why I couldn't
can
remember.
see-
That's
I
why
can see
couldn't
that.
remember.
It's all right.
Your setup is very nice, though, Alex, and that's because you stream. Am I right?
I do. Well, I used to. I used to stream on Twitch. Yeah.
I can relate. It's a used to thing.
Well, I can appreciate a good setup when I see one. We were just
Thank you.
discussing my new setup.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's getting a PC, Alex. Finally, after using Mac.
Oh,
it's getting a
really?
PC.
Oh yeah, I'm making the change.
Yeah. It's a big juicy PC. Like
It's a monster. It's an
Yeah.
absolute monster.
I'm looking to get a new one as well. To be honest.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
well, I'm now an expert. So if you need any,
no.
Okay.
This guy.
right. So let's get into it. Of course, Alex, you are most well known by the viewers of this podcast as an insane Fright Nights actor.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely, are you crazy?
You're a bit of a legend within the scene.
No.
So, how long have you been acting at Thorpe now?
So this year was my third year.
Third year.
Yeah,
So,
third year.
okay, let's take it year by year. 2018, the year
Yep.
you joined, you went, am I right in thinking Big Top Showtime?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Oh.
Big Top Showtime.
Wow.
That was horrible, man. That was horrible. There's this
Okay.
one clip that just sticks in my mind of you as like when they're all like,
Make 'em
yeah,
walk.
I
Yeah.
hate that, man. That was
Okay.
horrible.
We'll
The
get
best.
into the individual attractions in a little bit, but
Yeah.
2019, you then went into your first maze.
Yes, outdoor maze,
Ooh, okay. And that was...
platform 15.
Okay, a very iconic maze, I must say. And then
Great year for that maze.
this year, you were also seasonal. Am I right?
I well, as much of seasonal that could have been.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
You were due to be there the whole year, but obviously Miss
Yeah.
Rona had other plans. But you came back as a Oktoberfest. What were they called?
So we were called. I don't know. I still can't pronounce it to this day, boys. Not gonna lie. Fructabar. Something like that.
okay. And-
But a German band. A German wannabe band. So I was German.
okay, I like
I
that.
was a big fan of that. I like the musical performances.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
yeah, it was good.
This year's Fright Nights, I'm sure. Well, to be fair, not many people would know that it was you.
No, that's
Because-
interesting,
Well,
isn't
you
it?
would if you know Alex's
know.
like movements, but
That's true. I was I was in the Crows this year.
Yes. There we go. Wow, we've got
Yeah.
a lot to talk
yeah,
about. We've got a lot to talk about.
It's weird talking to a crow, like
Yeah, I
oh,
mean,
I just I'm very scared of you, Alex.
For
I'm
those
very
of
scared
you
of
that like went to Fright Nights and obviously enjoyed yourselves, I'm sure the majority of you would have bumped into the crows at some point and were absolutely terrified. And this guy right here was under one of those masks.
It's crazy.
Even we couldn't tell who was who though, so
No.
it just made it even scarier, didn't it?
Well,
the fact
actually,
that
I lie. Lee is he was a crow enthusiast. I'll be honest with you guys.
our friend Lee like recognised the masks and stuff.
He had names for them all and everything.
Oh,
Lee,
really?
yeah, Lee's a...
what was my name?
Oh no, he had the official names.
Oh, no,
I think.
yeah,
oh,
but-
Like,
well,
the official
Aldi-
names.
He had a few
yeah.
of them, but he was very uniformed with it. He'd
Yeah,
be doing
yeah.
the register. Oh, here's so-and-so, here's so-and-so. He loved
Oh
it.
gosh.
Big fan.
Bless him. But no, first of all, the crows were insane. I've just got to say it. Like, big up to you and the whole cast, the creative team that would have come up with that idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sick. Like, I think, especially when you guys were like up on, I don't even know what they call them, the crosses.
Yeah,
like,
the crosses.
And you'd all like in sync do different things, and it'd all be like at the same time without any sort of like verbal communicate. That's crazy. And I'm sure people definitely saw that. It was so cool.
How did you do that? If we're allowed to ask, anything you can tell us about that. You know, like how you'd all be on the crosses.
Yeah.
And you'd all just do literally the same motion at exactly the same time.
Do you know what? It's weird to say this, but like, it's actually mostly just all improv'd. But like, it was weird because we were actually quite a small cast. Like, if you notice, like, there would have been the same people kind of working every single Fright Nights night. But it was weird because we all started to become sync, like perfectly sync with each other. We all kind of like, we were able to like vibe like perfectly, and like kind of like, and in rehearsals, when we had rehearsals, that was all we did, you know. We had to basically copy everything we did and move as one rather than as individuals.
That's
only for
creepy.
only for like the routines, like. So that's why it was like all pretty much we were all in sync, innit?
That's really creepy.
That's cool though. Like, that's so cool to hear that it literally is just like.
I suppose when you're
like,
working day in, day out with pretty much the same people every day, you do just kind of recognise each other's behaviour, and you kind of just mimic it as the crows kind of are meant to do.
Yeah, it was like a flow as we began our routine. We just kind of get in the flow, and we could just do it, like, go on like autopilot kind of thing, and just kind of, and then before you know it, we're all in sync.
That's very cool.
That's another thing with the crows. Their movement was
God.
like insane. Like the
walk
it
is
was just
mad.
It was so, like, as scary as it was also just so cool. Like,
and that was literally from day one. So you must have been smashing that out in rehearsals.
Well, that's the thing about the walk and stuff. Like the movement, we had nothing to go off. So this was all very much from scratch. We had no idea how the crows would walk. So we all kind of just tried out different things and showcased like each other's kind of walks, how we thought a crow would walk. And
cool.
they just we kind of picked off what everyone was doing like the best at, combined it all. Now you have this creepy crow walk.
It's horrible.
That's insane, honestly. Yeah, credit to you guys because it was very cool.
Yeah.
In terms of another crow behaviour, obviously you had to stand still for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Was that like practiced? It sounds stupid, but did you literally have to stand still in rehearsals to
it sounds
ready
silly,
for that?
right? It sounds silly, but okay. One rehearsal exercise. All right, bit of inside juice here.
Come on.
One rehearsal, we had to stand still for 15 minutes straight.
Oh,
And when I say stand still, as in it is stand still, nothing, you cannot move, stand still, focus. Not many people like realize how much it takes to focus, to stand completely still, because that's what it was, you know. To get like a powerful thing, you had to stand still for a long period of time to look cool, right? To, you know, you had to look fake.
I can't even sit still. Like, while you were saying that, I was pretending to sit still, bro, and I'm moving all over the shop.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that was one of the exercises. Obviously, some people couldn't last long. Mateo.
Oh, shots.
Nah. But it was hard. By the end of it, we were all like, you know, when you like get pins and needles and stuff. It was like it was
doesn't
pins and
sound
needles.
fun.
It was so we just had to stand still. We had like a little bit of ambient music in the background. We had to stand still 15 minutes straight, and it was tough. We did that a couple of times, but I just remember that like the one time it was 15 minutes, but another time we would do like 5 minutes and stuff like that. That's just to practice, you know, standing still, but it takes a lot of focus. Yeah.
I suppose once the event's actually in swing, when you are doing that kind of routine where you all stand still,
Yeah.
you've got people to look at. You can judge people's reactions and think, right, as soon as this is done, I'm going for you. Whereas in rehearsals, you're looking at a black ball, I guess.
Well, we all stood in a circle and we're just all looking at each other.
Okay,
Well,
that makes it a
so-
bit better. Yeah, surely
laugh.
you crack up laughing.
Well, so, you know, that's why it's the focus, man. The focus, like,
yeah, that's very cool.
yeah, we
though.
just stood in a circle. Some people closed their eyes. You know, it just just one of those. Isn't it?
That's impressive. Like, I don't think a lot of people would realise that goes into it. Like,
Yeah.
I really think I challenge anyone at home, try and sit still,
God.
even just sit still for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And
if
like,
you're watching this
this is like-
podcast, do not move a muscle.
Yeah, literally, dude. It's no muscle.
Oh,
we
no,
weren't
fine, no.
moving. Like, we weren't moving. When I say
I'm
that,
gonna set
like,
a timer. I'm gonna set a
some
timer
people
for 15
were
minutes.
like still as like a rock, you know, a statue.
That's
I
mad.
just naturally want to move.
Right,
like,
15 minutes timer. Stay still right now.
You better do
Nice,
as well.
nice.
You better be doing
no,
it.
I need a drink.
Oh yeah.
I've got the timer running, mate. Okay, that's insane though. So obviously the Crows is your second roaming team, and
Yes.
you did experience them as a guest, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I did.
'cause as an actor, I suppose you're working most days, but on your days off, you'd still want to go to Fright Nights and kind of experience everything from a different kind of perspective.
Yeah,
So
I love going to the, you know, I go to the Thorpe Park like it's nothing, like regardless if I work there or not.
Cool.
But yeah, I did go to Fright Nights. Funny enough, I went on the day that it was, maybe you guys might remember, like one of the worst days at Fright Nights
yes,
due to a particular Sunday. But
yeah,
yeah.
very interesting day that was. Say
I
no
still
more.
had a good time. I still had a good time.
Moving on from that, do you want to talk about your mask? Because I remember your scarecrow
yes.
mask was kind of custom.
Let's talk about the costume
Oh
in
yeah,
general.
okay, yeah.
Yes.
The costumes were fantastic, by the way.
Yeah,
Mad
100%.
costumes.
Big up the production team at Thorpe this year. Not just for our costumes, but every single costume
Pretty
throughout.
much
Like,
all made in house, I
Yep.
believe.
They smashed it with those, like, yeah. I love the idea of like actual masks. Like, I think it makes it scarier in a way. Like, if I saw that in a maze, bro, like, that's game over for me. I'm out.
yeah, the mask is it's very different to act with a mask. But yeah, in terms of like the mask, well, for the first beginning of the Fright Nights, first days, we were all trying out the mask. There was like a set like 8, I think. We were trying on, you know, masks and stuff, and then we had to like finalize our masks, like say like, oh, I want this mask, and then I want this mask, whatever. I unfortunately did not get my chosen mask that I wanted.
No, fuming.
But they were very, you know, they had to make more anyway, so they were like, okay, you know what, we'll make a custom one for you. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, nice. I mean, I was going to be happy regardless, whatever it was going to be. But apparently they used inspiration from my Instagram to kind of get like a personality of what they could put in a mask. And
That's cool.
and then towards the end, kind of like mid end of Fright Nights, they gave me my wonderful. It didn't actually have a name. Like, it was the only one that really didn't have a name. I didn't really take
Lee
the time
was
to name
fuming.
it.
Oh my god, Lee is really not going to
Yeah, wait, what did Lee call it? I'd be interested.
He
to-
didn't have it. I think. Oh no.
I mean, my one was like Skeletor or like Smiler or something,
Oh,
anything
I'm
like
liking
that.
both of
Yeah, they're
those.
very cool.
Yeah.
But it had the iconic Alex smile, if
The
that
big
even makes
smile.
sense. Like, that is a thing, I think.
We've seen that
Yeah.
cracked out in the past few
Oh,
years.
yeah.
It still gives me shivers.
I've seen a lot of photos of that as well.
Yeah, that's one of my go-tos.
Acting in the mask, how was that? Was it like quite claustrophobic in there?
It was hard. It was
I
hard,
can
man.
imagine.
Like, those things, they're stuffy.
Yeah.
And if you're in it for a long time, you're gonna sweat. I sweat so much. Like, it was so hot in there, but you just kind of have to just go with it. Like, when you're acting, you kind of don't pick up on things like, oh, you're drenched in sweat. You're just kind of still acting.
So yeah, engulfed in the moment.
Yeah. So, but it's hard. It was very hard. Like, and
Was it at
obviously
least
other
warm?
actors. It was warm. Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. It was hot.
positive.
That's probably why most of the sweat was not hard work. It was just naturally hot and stuffy. But obviously with the other masks that other actors had were just like the face ones. They could tell you like it was also still tough. But a full face one also was was extremely tough. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I can imagine it was super hot. But that's something, yeah, like the Lycans and Amity, like they're wearing like summer clothes. Like, they must be
literally,
cold, but
they must
then
be freezing.
they also probably don't realise, I guess, like you were just saying about how when you're acting, you don't necessarily realise
You're just so in the moment.
You're just smashing it, you know?
Yeah. Well, our whole costume was very hot, so we were very lucky in that sense. Like, no one was ever cold. I never wore any thermals. I bought thermals thinking like, oh, gonna need these. Nope.
How long did it take, like, on average per day to kind of get ready? Because I know like the Lycans had to have their like makeup put on with you guys? Was it just a simple like costume change, or was it a bit more?
Yeah, well, we were also lucky in the sense that our makeup was very, very simple. We actually did have makeup.
Oh man.
It was kind of just like
Goldie
a
with
black.
some lipstick.
No. We just had like black outlines on our eyes, to give our eyes some depth. But yeah, it took us no longer than 15 minutes to get our makeup on, and then
enough.
costume. Other than that, costume, and then we just because we came into work at 2, and then we were on park at 3. So
Okay, so you had like an hour to kind of get ready. Did you have to like get into character? Did you have any like warm ups?
Oh yeah, we got the warm up stuff that we do just before we get out. We get in the moment, stuff like
I
that.
suppose you have a bit of a mess around in the green room.
No, never mess around.
Very, very serious.
Talking about messing around, it's not really messing around, but like when the crows were interacting with other sort of scare zones and other casts, that was honestly
very
so cool to see. Like, and I also think that you guys, the fact that you could just roam, and you'd have certain points you could go to, like that. To me, that seems like super cool that you could.
That's really cool.
You've
got
go
the island to yourself.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's one of the best perks of the roaming. Definitely the freedom over the scare zones. It's the freedom. We can go pretty much anywhere and
You were literally
everywhere.
climbing into bushes.
That was horrible.
Yeah, we could use anything like bushes and stuff. It was fun.
In like the build up to Fright Nights, were you kind of briefed on not only where you can and can't go, but were you kind of told how to interact with the other scare zones, or was that kind of just once again left up to you?
Well, originally, you might have never probably ever seen us in certain scare zones, and that was because there is a reason behind it. Well, because of our story, it wouldn't make sense of like some characters interacting with other characters. There's kind of like a lore behind it all.
Oh, that's what I love to hear. It's this whole Fright Nights universe thing.
Yeah, it exists. It exists because you would have probably never seen us in Creek Freak because we weren't allowed in Creek Freak because those kind of worlds didn't really collide.
mad.
Really, they just didn't exist.
Oh,
and
that is cool to hear.
That's
I
very
like
cool.
that.
But in terms of other attractions like Amity and Lycan, the whole idea was that I think originally is that we could interact with them, but like I think we were scared of Amity.
Okay.
But for Lycans, we weren't really scared. It was
Kind of mutual, bit of respect.
Yeah. It was
Bit of friendship.
That's
mutual.
interesting though that Amity takes a hierarchy there.
Ugh.
No, not fun.
Nah, fun that. But talking about that, like, where was your favourite place to be on the island? So, like, where was your favourite crow spot to
legit.
just get some scares in? Like,
Oh, in terms of certain spots, I didn't really have a certain spot. I think around Flying Fish area. I don't know if you guys can picture it.
Oh,
There's like
we've been cornered there a few times, Alex.
yes, around there. But like there's kind of like bushes to the left, like there's like shrubbery or like bushes as you walk up towards Flying Fish, the ride. I was very known to be in those bushes and
Rat.
and jumping out whenever I felt like it and catching people out off guard, which also ultimately gave me I was given the award Bushmaster.
Love that. I mean, that's
always
quite
be
a
in the
new
bushes.
thing with the roaming team, isn't it? Like, never before have I really seen them go to that level with like hiding in bushes and stuff.
I mean,
were
it
you there
was brilliant.
on the day where we started outside kind of bush barbecue, jungle escape kind of area? Were you there that day? Is this ringing any bells?
Maybe.
And then
Keep
you
going.
chased us down to Creek.
well, no,
Yeah.
you chased us to Creek. We went through Creek, and suddenly you were at the Colossus like area outside of Creek.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just ruined us there, and then we like
So
ran
we
off
ran
towards
off
Saw.
towards Saw Alive, like, let's go to Lycanthorpe, and
And then
they like us over there.
We literally looked left up to Colossus, and I just see
Your
a couple
show
of crows
captain.
just sprinting like down to Lycanthorpe to like cut us off. And then as we're coming up to Lycanthorpe, wow,
That was one
We
of
see
the
you guys
maddest
again. It
things,
was
honestly.
horrible.
That
Yeah,
literally
I
made
was
my
there.
night.
I was there on that day.
Yeah.
I do remember it.
that
It was
sticks out
funny.
as like one of my best my best moments of this year's Fortnite.
That
Like, it was so funny.
insane,
Like,
just
but
looking
scary.
left and seeing just these crows sprinting. That was brilliant. Yeah, it just shows that you guys can just have fun with it.
Yeah,
you
and
smashed
be
it.
anywhere. Yeah.
That's very cool. As I said, we have got loads of questions for Alex, but before we get onto those, I just want to touch on to some of the past Fright Nights scare acting that you've done. Obviously, you did the Big Top Showtime and Platform.
Yeah.
So the Big Top Showtime was also a roaming attraction.
Yep.
How would you say that kind of compared to the Crows? Did you prefer one of them over the other, or?
Oh, controversial.
Big question.
I always get this question like from people like, oh, what's your favorite? What's been your favorite thing to act in and stuff? It's very hard to compare all of them like to each other because they're so different. But I know that's like a cheap way of answering. But I do actually, you know, I'm gonna say this now, all right? I absolutely loved Big Top. Like, you guys would have known. Like, I absolutely loved it, and it has a special place in my heart because it was like the first experience of doing Fright Nights. It was like, I had amazing cast. Like that cast was like, that cast was sick.
It was a sick cast.
Like, and it was obviously first experience and everything. In terms of the Crows, obviously this year was very different with the mask and everything. But obviously my vote will be going. But don't get me wrong, all right? Don't get me wrong. I love the Crows. I love the Crows.
Oh
man,
no!
You're about to get a big statement.
No. Listen, I love the Crows. And I love my Crow cast. They were like honestly awesome, like to work with. I love the people in the Crows. But I think
you just didn't like them as much. So
no, don't do this to me, boys. But in terms of like, you know, what I love to like be as clown.
Okay.
You know, hectic.
You've wiggled your way out of that.
No, that was iconic.
I respect that
like,
though.
That picture of you.
Oh yes.
Like those pictures of you, like as that character.
That character
like,
was made.
Yeah.
For Alex Blackmore.
It spawned a lot of things. It gave it, you know, it was good.
Okay. So obviously with Big Top, it was such an iconic maze, and you kind of went into it at a weird time because everyone was kind of speculating as to whether if it would be the big return of Big Top, but they kind of give us the roaming team. So would you say that was kind of difficult to live up to the Big Top's legacy, or would you say you kind of took that and evolved it?
You know what? Coming to think of it, I've never actually like thought about, you know, living up to, because obviously Big Top the maze. I went for it. You know, I've done my fair few mazes back in the day.
Big up.
Big Top is honestly one of my top 2 favorite mazes to ever do. And
what's number 1?
Yeah, what's number 1?
Number 1 is Studio 13.
Oh
big
yes, come
respect
on!
for that.
I respect
Big
that
respect.
so much.
My brother was in that maze, so yeah, it was quite
That's
insane.
sick.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah. So yeah. Living up to the legacy of Big Top, you know, I don't know. I still see. I don't think they should be compared, even though obviously there are Big Top and clowns. But like, you know, Big Top, the maze, very good. Roaming team, very good. You know.
No, I agree with that.
I agree with your comment. That's a very difficult question because they are so different, and I know Jack's just trying to dig there for the Big Top. I know he's just trying to dig for it, but I do agree. They are like totally different.
But yeah, no,
and they both were sick.
I never really thought about it, and in terms of that, yeah, I guess it is hard to think. It's hard to think that people, you know, would come in and be like, oh, is this Big Top, like kind of thing. But you just don't want to think about that. You know, you want to try your hardest and like, you know, show the Big Top clown. You know, Big Top's all about clowns.
I hope they come back.
One day.
We all hope that it comes back.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, obviously moving on now to Platform 15, your first ever like maze kind of experience.
Yeah. Well, I'm very specific on my thing. It's outdoor maze.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Alex
Apologies.
hasn't. You know, wait till that day, bro. Wait till that day. Like,
So yeah, that's the whole big stigma about it, is that I am waiting for my day to be put indoors inside a maze, because
imagine
you know,
Creek.
I've done my time to do roaming. I think two's good enough to say, you know, retiring to on roaming.
You ticked off your outdoor one as well.
Yeah, outdoor maze, you know, very good to do. But indoor maze, I'm ready, and that way I can have a good oversight of like what one I prefer. But like, I just feel like, I don't know. There's this feeling behind an indoor maze, and me bouncing off walls. It's just
I can really
I'm ready
see Alex
for
in
it.
Cabin in the Woods.
I'm just ready for it, man.
Imagine that. Did you do
But
cabin?
yeah.
Oh, you can.
I hope you all stayed still for those 15
Stop
minutes.
staying still. That's 15
That was
minutes.
so long.
That was long.
So long.
How did you manage that?
It was a long day.
But no, did you ever do cabin?
You know what? I think I did, but obviously I know the content of cabin, of what's in it and everything. But
I think that's the maze where I can envision you just
Literally.
bouncing left and right off the walls like wall
Literally,
running,
yeah,
bro.
all
Like,
over the shop.
Oh, no.
yeah,
that'd be
mate,
sick.
I'm ready to, I'm ready to be put inside a maze. But obviously, I don't have the choice. But
Nah,
I'm happy
hopefully.
regardless of where I am. But just to get that ticked off, it's one of those things.
I'm hoping it for you as well, man. I want to see it. I want to see it, and I'm sure a lot of people do. So
That'll be insane. Anything else you want to say about Platform? Like, obviously, it's been there for so long. Like,
Oh, Platform was a beautiful cast. It was, Platform's got a special thing in my heart. That cast was one of the biggest casts I've ever worked with, because going from big top Showtime cast, it was a small, very tight family. We all I say family, I know it's cringe or whatever, but it was actually like a family, because it was small cast, and we all got on like the Crows this year. I think small casts are so nice because you will know every single person inside and out. You vibe with everyone. But with Platform, I knew everyone, but you don't build those special connections as easily, because it's so big. You're not going to be working with the same people every day.
in terms of perspective, how big of a cast are we talking? It's 30 plus, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a big
mad.
cast. You got people that come in maybe 1 or 2 days, and you got some people that were coming in almost every day. But you might not never see the people that came in 1 or twice. They exist. Who knows? They were in the maze, but you never saw them. You know what I mean?
I've only just realised that that's all 3 years you've been chefed with an outdoor thing. So if it rains, you are
You're getting wet at
you are
Fright
getting
Nights.
wet.
Oh, mate, I'm weather immune to everything now.
I bet after 3 years of it, you've learned how to
Mate,
protect
don't feel the
yourself
cold.
from the rain. Don't feel the cold either.
No, it's been weird. Obviously, Platform. It's beautiful maze. Sleeper. I love being a sleeper,
That's a good
boys.
character.
I genuinely think Platform last year was my favourite year I did it.
Yeah.
I loved it
smashed
last year. I think I loved it. It was so good.
Yeah, we had some very
It
good
was good.
runs.
It was a good time. Tour guides and everything. It was beautiful.
Oh yes. Would you like to see it return again, or do you think Platform's probably done?
I'm gonna say right now it is done, boys.
Yeah,
come on, I think I'd
Platform
agree with
is
you.
I agree.
it's completed. It's done its beautiful years now. It's running its course now. You don't want to. What's the saying? I'm sure there's a saying in there, but milk the cow too much. I don't know, boys.
Yeah,
I stand by that.
When you squeeze a flannel and and no
it's
more
done
water's
dry.
coming out.
Yeah.
That's Platform. It's done.
I
It's
do
done.
agree with that. I fully think that. I think they should have been last year. It's last year, to be honest.
Yeah.
But obviously, I guess
They
this
kind
year
of
was.
did well
Yeah,
with
this
it. They
year was
reversed
just.
it. It felt quite different.
It wasn't super planned this year, I guess. So,
But
but
it would be nice
I
to
definitely think
see a
it's
Crow's
time
maze.
for it to go, and the Crow origins be put down there.
I
it's-
watched that video. Very interesting
okay.
ideas, Jack. Very interesting
Opinions?
ideas.
Did you like it? Did you hate it?
I love the video. Love the video, of course.
What?
And I love listening to people's ideas of mazes and stuff. I think it's well interesting, and to see what kind of things they come up with. But yeah, you had some solid ideas there. Very solid ideas.
Thank you. It's a big anniversary, so I'm already getting excited. I couldn't help
Expecting some
myself.
big things. Big things.
I think that's where Alex should go. The anniversary maze, because then,
The bicentennial.
the name,
Then he can have
the
everything.
name needs work on. I haven't publicly said this, but Fright Nights the bicentennial, please, thank you. Then he can be a bit of everything. Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Oh, and it'll be indoors, so no
Yeah,
rain.
exactly.
No rain.
Dry.
No rain.
Well, put a word in with your managers, and we might see it come.
Oh, love to boys.
We should try and get some management team in the build up to Fright Nights 2021. We'll try and get some management team on the launch.
Oh yeah, we'll have a little meeting about.
We'll talk all things. We'll get the proper
Mm.
juicy secrets.
Oh no, I'm on about we'll help them plan it.
Oh,
mate.
I'm
yeah,
down,
yeah,
I'm down.
yeah, we'll help them plan it.
Yes. Right, have you got anything else to ask Alex before we dive into many Instagram questions?
I think the questions will, like the
We've
Instagram
got
questions
plenty
will
of them.
cover it, like because
Okay.
I'm really bad at thinking of things on the spot, and I know there's some great questions here.
Okay.
So
I've got some familiar faces in here as well, Alex.
Oh yeah.
So
oh
you'll
god.
probably recognise some names. Okay. We'll jump in with a familiar face, a Lycan. Big up Calvin.
Ah yes, my boy.
He's actually asked 2 questions, so I don't want to do him dirty. I'm just going to ask both
cheeky.
of them. They're
All
quite
right,
big. Firstly, how has your approach been towards scare acting? Like, what kind of methods do you use in rehearsals?
Oh, that's
Big question, I know.
Oh,
Big
that's
question.
a juicy question. Wait. Oh god, I need to think about this one. So he wants to know like how my approach is like.
Yeah, like, in terms of, I guess, you were given the crows. How did you personally kind of go about developing your character right from day one?
Oh well.
putting your spin on it.
Yeah, well, when I picture crows, well, first of all, first things I was picturing as a scarecrow and stuff. I was thinking of stuff like from the Batman. I don't know if you guys seen Batman or whatever, played Batman games.
Yeah.
Like the scarecrow in the Batman.
Okay.
That kind of like vibe, and it's just like creepy, kind of demonic kind of thing, and just going from there as the mindset, and then as a walk, I was just thinking, I took inspiration from, funny enough, weirdly, my Big Top character, as well as Sleepers,
Cool.
with like the kind of
cool.
leg movement, and just kind of combined them both, and it was like this stattery kind of
Horrifying walk.
Yeah,
Absolutely horrifying.
That's cool how your like previous experiences and stuff have like come into this year's Fright Nights. Like that's cool to see that. Like you're bringing other things into it and like really mixing it up. I like.
Yeah,
that.
I love
And I
combining
think it shows
things
as well, for sure. I think it definitely shows.
Yeah, combining the two and like combining other things is you just start forming this like big juicy ball.
You heard it here first, guys. The crows and Big Top are actually related,
collab.
and
It's a
Amaze is
collab.
coming soon.
No, wait, what?
Big Top X. That's a great.
That was a good
Right,
question.
as I said, we've got loads of questions, so we're going to kind of power through these. Calvin had another one. How do you deal with a bad day? If some guests haven't been too nice to you, what do you do about it?
I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect human being. Bad days do come. In terms of how I deal with it, there was some days where you're not going to be, you're performing your best, but you might be low or like something might have happened that day. How I dealt with it is like I would just kind of plow through it, like plow through the day. I didn't really do anything specific. If anything bad really happened, I would obviously take myself out of the situation. A lot of the time, like if I got riled up or like I was heated for whatever reason, I would step out. I would go back to the green room or something and just say like to my show captain or something, I need to go, like I need to cool down, or
They're
like
all very relaxed with it, like they're not gonna force you to.
They are
to
very
perform or
supportive,
anything.
like with that kind of things. They would never force you to like go and do this. They'll be on it, like, okay, yeah, no worries, just do it. Yeah, they're very free with that kind of stuff.
I've heard this question from a few actors before, and like it's just so respectable how like even if like someone is just being so annoying or doing something to you, like you just stay in character and you don't react like that. That's insane. Like even on a bad day, that you can stay in character and still do like your job. It's sick. Like that is like
it's insane.
Well,
like,
yeah,
I could never with some of the guests.
Yeah,
that you
legit.
get,
Like it's
honestly.
mad. Like you guys are crazy.
There's so many different types of situations where you think you become immune to like so many, because I've experienced like I think I experienced every type of like kind of guest, and then you just get a new one and you're like, oh okay, this is a new one, how do I deal with this kind of thing. But then it's just, over time it's experience really, and you just start taking things in, and just like you start slowly becoming immune to things. But
It can't be easy, as I said, with some of the people that you must have to deal with.
yeah.
Another question that's been asked loads, like this is a very popular one. It's kind of just, can you talk us through the audition process? What, like, how do you become a Fright Nights actor, basically? Because I feel like a lot of the viewers would love to. It's like their dream job.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
Just
it's my dream job, and I'm very, very thankful that I was able to do it this year and the years I have done. Obviously, big up this year for like going ahead.
Oh,
like,
absolutely, yeah.
Before even having any opinions on this year, yeah. But in terms of how to, I don't know what kind of things I can reveal. So I'm sure I can reveal it. I don't see anything wrong with revealing kind of audition processes.
So obviously it's like a group audition, if I'm right in thinking.
Yeah, you will be put in a group.
And they kind of just get you to
do a bit of everything.
Yeah, just perform in the kind of characters that might be kind of showing up at that year's event. Yeah,
well, the way I don't even think of it as an audition. I see it as a workshop, like, because it's a full-on workshop. Like, it's a day's worth of like activities and like exercises that you'll be doing it, and you'll be doing it in like a high-speed kind of like environment, and you just gotta give it your all. It's some of the you're basically trained already in the audition to do like scare things, like to scare tactics and stuff like that. So
can you give us like an example of just say like one activity that they might make you do?
Well, they teach you the famous they teach you the famous impact scare.
Oh, big up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so things like that.
This.
But obviously before the impact scare, you got things like you need to be able to like run. It sounds like some of these exercises sound simple, but they're difficult. A bit like the standing still one, but like this one's like you run to a point and you kind of stand still. But you need to like hold that ground, kind of thing, and you need to be able to stop before like a cone or something. The cone represents a guest, so you got to be able to do that. But some people are like, oh yeah, this sounds easy, but like when you try and run full pelt. At a cone
instantly,
and you need to like when I say stop instantly, boys, I mean like, like you need to stand right, and then you need to hold your ground, and you don't need to tip. If you tip over, it's kind of like you've run into that gate, right in his face.
Have you ever seen anyone like stack it at that point? Or
oh mate, loads of times. Loads of times.
That's funny.
But obviously, I've done it before, so stuff like that is like it's nice.
I definitely would.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be gone.
But no, even like me and Kieran have considered like applying before. It's never quite seemed right, but one day it might happen.
Yeah, definitely.
You always have a reason why it's not right, and well, this year we had the biggest reason. So,
but honestly, the audition it is intimidating. Like,
I think that's what it is. I think it's the audition. I think, well, to me, it definitely seems intimidating. But
that's interesting.
It's so secretive and.
I think it's the like doing it in front of other people thing. Like
it's
for
just
me,
kind of the
like,
first time you're kind of acting like an absolute lunatic, but
everyone's doing it. Like you're not weird. Like you fit in because like everyone feels the same in that way. Like you're like it's not normal to just
exactly. That there's a beauty in the audition is that I've actually never experienced an audition where someone's like kind of shy because people just go in there, and even for the new people and then there's old people in there. They just look at these old people like think, oh, they're doing that, so I must not be silly because you see the old people and they're like they know how the audition goes and they're going flipping mental, but they're sick, and they're like the new people are like, oh, if that's okay, then I could do that. And that's kind of the vibe that it gets. And like the thing is with the auditions, you just have to like the more crazy and stuff, and the more things you beat into it, you
just got to show yourself off, really.
But
I
that's
guess
the thing. Like I'm worried about just like looking weird, but like the weirder you look, the better. Like in a way, like what's the worst that can actually happen? It's just in my mind. Like I agree with all of this, but then when I get there, bro, like I would actually be like, nah. But
the weirder the better.
We'll get there.
I think
you do. Yeah, you guys would be sick. I reckon.
One day, I think we might do it. One day.
Oh, it'd just be so sick.
It'd be a sick like documentary or something.
Even if to just do the audition, like so many people have said like they would literally just do it just for the audition, and like, I tell you that's fun. Because like it's a workshop, boys. Like it's honestly it's so fun. Even the audition.
Well, it's a good thing to do. Like they recommend that like film students and stuff do like acting workshops just so you know how to like be like on set. So like it's something that we definitely should do.
You get like a full package.
We will do it.
Yeah,
it'll happen at some point.
One day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right, next question.
This is a bit of a strange one.
Oh yeah.
It's from someone that wants to stay anonymous.
Oh.
and they said, "Is it true you got 3 awards this year?"
It, it is true. It is true.
It
yes,
is true.
I did.
I think you can probably work out who that's from.
I mean, I don't know who would ask that, but yeah, I mean,
Have a think about it. I think you definitely know them.
Yeah,
okay.
I was lucky enough to get 3 awards. I'm very grateful for my awards.
Do you want to explain that? Because obviously a lot of the viewers might not have a clue what we're talking about.
Well, see, at the end of like Fright Nights, you know, people get awarded certificates and stuff. It's not something to like really take seriously, but it's very nice to like, you know, to get. You know, some people can take it seriously, some people can't. You know, I mean, some people don't. It's fine. Like either way, it's like it's just a nice accommodation. Is it?
It looks like a bit of fun. Like it just looks cool. Like
it's sick to get. You know, I'm always very happy to get, you know, any kind of award. Like some will be funny and some will be like, okay, yeah, this is like real. So I don't like talking about this because it's like I don't have a big ego, right? But
nah.
I was very thankful to earn the award of Top Dog, which was voted by the cast. So the cast would all put in like who they think would be like the top dog, and then so I was very lucky to get that.
That's sick.
On top of that, there is awards like Scare King and Scare Queen.
Those are like the big awards, right?
Those are awarded from just the show captain. So the show captain will pick like who they think the Scare King and Scare Queen would be. I was very lucky to get that as well.
Come on, big up.
And then
flexing.
no, I don't like to flex.
No, he's not.
Oh no. And then I got a funny award, but I loved it, like, and it was called Bushmaster, and it was basically
big up.
You know, using bushes optimally and stuff like that. But yeah.
Optimizing bushes. I love that.
But yeah, awards are great to get. You know, it's a nice little ego boost to some things.
And it's like a memory as well. Like I guess you keep it, and like that's something to look back on. Like
yeah, I do have awards from last year. But funny enough, I don't think there was awards for Big Top. That was weird. Like I don't think we did any awards in Big Top. I think that was just us. Like, I don't know why, but Platform did awards, and yeah, this year we did awards. So
I'll rate that. I think I've got 2 more questions for you, Alex, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
We've got N_Killick has asked, do you get a say in what character you want to play?
In what character I want to play?
So I guess in what kind of maze or attraction you're placed in.
No, you get absolutely no say.
Completely random. I guess they
must base it.
They will base it on the ability, and they will always choose what they think is best for you, and okay. I think that's pretty solid.
I think from a guest point of view, they do a good job. Like I think everyone is kind of put in good places. Like I can't see people in different things. Like,
no, once you get used to them as that kind of character or in that location, you just can't picture them anywhere else.
It'd be weird to see a Lycan in like Creek Freak next year. Like that'd just be weird, like in my mind. But
would you have liked to have been anywhere else this year if you weren't in the Crows?
I was just very happy to get whatever, you know. But in terms of like obviously, I do want to give Creek Freak a big go. Like in term like this year, you know, I wanted to do the maze this year for the scares. I'm kind of like, you know, not thankful that I didn't get in it, but like it's almost like, because I know this is another thing, you won't be put in the same attraction twice ever.
Yeah. So I agree with what you're saying. Like if you were in the zone this year, you probably wouldn't never get be in Massacre. So
that's exactly.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm waiting to be, you know, waiting for my time to be in the maze.
Bit of like Fright Nights, like information,
knowledge.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't typically see someone in the same attraction 2 years running.
So say although
unless it's very special. Yeah.
So like Lycanthorpe was sick this year, but it's going to be completely different
That
cast next year.
I think is such a good thing in a lot of ways.
Just keeps
Like
it fresh.
It is.
this year, we've seen Amity, and like that's now like it's weird
It's
to
a
think
new Amity.
he was in
Yeah.
Amity before. Like it's just really weird to think, but it works really well. I think mixing it up, and
It does.
obviously gives everyone like a fair chance of doing a lot of different things. Like you're going to be an indoor maze next year, Alex. So you know then you've done them all.
Fingers crossed.
We're going to manifest it.
One last question for you, Alex. This is from
Go for
our
it.
good friend Jordan, who was actually in the original Creep Freak Massacre maze.
Okay.
She just said, if you had to create your own like scare maze, what would your
no.
dream maze be, basically?
Oh, guys, I'm not that creative in that kind of term. I've never actually fully like sat down and like created. I would love to, but like I've never, because I just want to like, if I was to sit down and create my own kind of maze or thing, you know, it would take a lot of thought for me. Like I'd go really into it because I'm really passionate about it.
I'm the same. I'm the same.
What kind? Do you have an idea on a theme at least?
The kind of acting style or whatever I go for is like I'm a maniac. Like I will go crazy. Like I will
know.
put
We
4
know.
billion percent into what, you know, energy like, you know, big energy. So I want characters that are crazy and unpredictable. So, you know, that would like heavily entail shock clowns. So I think kind of following, you know, I wouldn't copy Big Top, but like I like clowns and like that kind of like thing. So, you know, I would have to say some kind of
clown.
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Right
it would scare me if you were in charge of like, making this maze. All the characters would be horrifying.
Yeah,
I'd
they
love
would be
to
like
see
mental.
like a clowns from outer space kind of thing at Thorpe Park.
That'd be
Cool.
That'd
Yeah.
be like revolutionary.
Bit
for
random,
Thorpe.
but I thought I'd just throw it out there.
Oh, that's good.
Right, yeah. I think we've covered a lot.
Oh, I mean, big up to Alex for just giving us an insight into Fright Nights and
that's
giving you guys an
absolutely
insight into a lot of things about Fright Nights.
We
Yeah, no
appreciate
worries.
all of the
Yeah.
work that you do,
Facts.
even though you
Oh,
do absolutely terrify us.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
It's a love-hate relationship, you know.
It's always weird talking to you guys after like out of character because I don't want it to like break an illusion, but
Well, yeah, it was before Fright Nights when we jumped in that Among Us game together, and I was like,
this guy.
"Oh, this is like, I don't know how to feel about this."
This
like,
guy's the biggest sweat among us.
yes, very good at Among Us. We had some great games. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
But no, big up. Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Thank you for having me.
appreciate it.
thank you
man.
for letting me on.
Obviously, you guys can find Alex on Instagram, and are you on Twitter?
I am. I don't use it that much,
Twitter.
but I am on it.
So be sure to go and check out his links down in the description. And if you start streaming again, Alex, then the link will still be down there. So feel free to go and check out his Twitch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else you wanna plug or anything? The floor is yours.
Well, just next year I will be. I think I'm going to be for my people that are from my community, my very small community, but very lovely community. I will be returning to making content, whether that's on Instagram or Twitch or YouTube. I think I'm really going to heavy focus on YouTube, but yeah,
Let's go.
I'm going to be
Nice to see
tackling it in the next year,
That's very exciting to
very
hear.
start
Once
of
again,
next year.
that. Let's go.
Is YouTube
You heard
will be
it here
down
first.
in the
You heard it here
description. So
first.
yeah, go and drop him a
Thank you.
subscribe. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure, Alex.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
very much,
guys.
man.
Honestly,
Thanks for
thank
being
you.
our first virtual guest.
Thank you,
Nah,
guys.
You smashed it, man. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for giving us your time.
I hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to leave a thumbs up if you have. Drop a comment if you've enjoyed all of Alex's wisdom. I'm sure he'll be reading through them, and as always, we will be. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, anything else?
Vote.
That's a bit mad.
What?
Yes, vote in
Please, please vote.
in.
The clamshells.
There we
you
go.
know what we're talking about. Don't be silly, right? Just please vote. Once more, big up to Alex. Make sure if you don't subscribe, you are like just subscribe
You're
to
missing
Alex.
out.
And yeah, from me, it's a goodbye. Oh wait.
Do you want to say goodbye, Alex?
Oh.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.
Goodbye, and it's a goodbye from me. See you all soon. And just again quickly guys, a reminder that the launch has been shortlisted for the Best Podcast Award at this year's CLAMSHELL Awards, so be sure to head down to the link in the description to vote for us. Thanks a lot.
Guess who's back? Arch Nemesis with a brand new track. Yo, Zero G, yeah. Dripped out, now I'm vibing. Link with the boys, jump straight to the island. Silkstone flex on a wave like tidal. Style so crazy, I hit it in a silence.